ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZ. And let's jump into today's episode.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, whatever time it is where you are. Good that time to you. Are you guys excited? This is me, Monica Monique, in 2026, you guys. Side note, I have been recording audio for the podcast this whole time. I just haven't put anything out. I haven't felt called. I haven't put a full episode together like I wanted to, but I was like, it has been long enough. Y'all have been waiting long enough. It is Valentine's Day, and I need to give my podcast listeners a beautiful, lovely episode. And this episode is going to be called Low Key for Clickbait. Ironically, on Valentine's Day, everybody hates Law Roach. Everybody hates Law Roach. And why is that the title of the episode? Because everybody has gone crazy commenting about Law Roach and his new favorite client, Lauren Sánchez, Mrs. Bezos, Mrs. Amazon. Last week or the week before last, everybody got their panties in a bunch, walking around with wedgies. It was crazy how everybody came out against Law Roach for announcing, showcasing, whatever you want to call it, his new client, Lauren Sánchez Bezos. Let's get into some of the feedback, you guys. All right, let's listen to what the people are saying.
Why is Law Roach styling Lauren Sánchez Bezos? I hope that check is obnoxiously fat. I'm all for redistributing wealth from the top to the bottom. And of course, get the bag always. But what is this actually doing to Law Roach's image? Because styling billionaires isn't a neutral position. What does Zendaya think about this? And maybe this is the message that he has more in common with them than he does with you. And it's not to be shady, that's just the reality. And this comes while Jeff Bezos is laying off 16,000 people from Amazon. 16,000 people's lives who suddenly disrupted. Yes, you can be guilty by association when you're a billionaire. That's part of the deal. But I guess a check is a check, and Law Roach is clearly getting that bag.
Okay, let me say this guy's name, because I want to make sure I say these influencers and content creators' names.
Roach styling Lauren Sánchez Bezos.
Can I get him to stop? Okay. CMCNAUGHTAK. Now, what does that come out to? I don't know. But on his page, it says his name is Carl McKnight. So we're going to go with that, Carl McKnight. That was his take. Should I get into his take first? Because there's so many different takes. Well, number one, he said the check must be fat. Yeah, it probably is. He also said, what would Zendaya think? I'm pretty sure Law Roach does not ask Zendaya who his next client should be. But let's get into this next take, because I feel like you're going to hear that come up again.
Paris Fashion Week, and we should all be paying attention.
Hold on, let me go back.
Lauren Sánchez Bezos is at Paris Fashion Week, and we should all be paying attention. Former journalist and wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is making her Fashion Week debut, stepping out in looks allegedly styled by celeb stylist Law Roach and on the arm of Vogue's former EIC Anna Wintour. The internet is unsurprisingly alight with anger, and for good reason, because Sánchez Bezos' appearance at Fashion Week speaks explicitly to the ways that fashion and politics are intertwined. Fashion Week. On Wednesday, stylist and editor Gabriella Carefa Johnson shared her thoughts on Bezos' presence at Fashion Week, tying it and Amazon to the current political moment. In an Instagram story, the stylist took aim at Law Roach and Sánchez Bezos, writing, "Keep your mouth shut about ICE if you're mingling with them, seating them, dressing them, accepting their cash." Carefa Johnson then went on to details the way in which Amazon is tied to the United States Department of Homeland Security, writing, "Lauren Sánchez and Jeff Bezos are at Couture because they are rich, and they are rich because they are profoundly harming millions every day." Their appearance at Fashion Week comes only months after it was announced that the couple is sponsoring the upcoming Met Gala, which means that her appearance among fashion's upper echelon speaks volumes. Perhaps signals a shift in the historically liberal-leaning fashion industry. Signal that the Bezos' values are becoming more normalized and accepted. And that's scary. What do you think of Lauren Sánchez Bezos'?
Okay, so here's my opinion on what this particular content creator said. And her name is Elle Canada. Her name is, what is her name? This was posted by Elle Canada, but that's a magazine. What's this content creator's name? I don't know what her name is, but maybe she works for Elle. Either way. So a couple things that she said. She references something that somebody else wrote where they say Lauren Sánchez and Jeff Bezos are contributing to Homeland Security, and of course by association, deportation of people through ICE and all the associations that come with that, and they are harming millions by, well, what does this post say? I'm sorry. It says Lauren Sánchez and Jeff Bezos are at Couture because they are rich, and they are rich because they are profoundly harming millions every day. I do not agree that they are rich because they are harming millions every day. I think Jeff Bezos, because I don't even think it makes sense to drag Lauren Sánchez into Jeff Bezos's full history of being a billionaire and everything that he and his company have contributed to. Why is his wife, who is his new wife, who they have only been married for a year, maybe a year and a half tops, why does she get all the bad rap for what her husband has done when she wasn't even with him this whole time? Like, I understand by association, yes, he is her husband, but they are fairly new. Also, Jeff been a part of this world since before we or she knew of any of this. She shows up at Fashion Week and now everybody is like, we blame her for ICE. We blame her for kids dying. We blame her. She just got there. Are y'all sacrificing her for her husband's wrongdoings? Her husband's company? Her new husband? What if she's just trying to get to the bag just like Law Roach is? Y'all praise it when young women get with old rich men when they're about to, kick the bucket just to get the money after they pass. What if this is Lauren's plan? Though they don't look that far apart in age, but what if this is Lauren's plan? What if Lauren is just one of those girls? What if she's not even worried about all this other stuff? She's just along to get the money when he goes. What if she's funneling money on the side to go towards anti-ICE? Now, I understand that. Now, that's a little far-fetched. That's very unlikely. But all I'm saying is, as soon as y'all saw Law Roach pop up with Lauren Sánchez, the whole conversation became, what is Amazon doing to people? Did she invent Amazon with Jeff? Was she there? I don't think she was there. And I'm not saying that it's either wrong or right that she is his client, but she's his client and neither of them are Jeff Bezos. I just don't feel like this has to be this deep when she just got there. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure they just got married last summer, right? Like not summer 2025, but summer 2024. Is that when they got married? Fairly recently. All I'm saying is She ain't been with the man that long. All his crimes are his, not hers. I could understand if they had been married 20 years. But she just got there, and she is more than likely just there for the money, which I also believe Law Roach is also just there for the money. And yes, they are at Fashion Week because they are rich. I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of the people at Fashion Week are there because they are rich. She is not the first person to be invited just because she has fat pockets. The other people are just unrecognizable, and we don't care about them. But that old white man in the corner is also some rich white man. The strange looking young girl in the corner is also somebody's rich daughter. Everybody else who's there is there because they are rich. Everybody's there. Like, y'all are pointing this out as if she's the only one there because of her new acclaimed status. The other people are there because of their new or old acclaimed status as well. And they also don't really know nothing about fashion. They are not fashion enthusiasts. They are rich people. That's how they got invited. That's why the fashion enthusiasts can't get in. Because everybody in the front row, second row, third row, fourth row, the people who get invited every year are just rich people. This is not new. It's not new. But let's get into another take. Let's get into another take because there are a couple. This one I thought was interesting. Let's see.
Disappointed the entire internet when he didn't show up with Zendaya, and instead, besties, Law Roach disappointed the entire internet when he didn't show up with Zendaya, and instead showed up with Lauren Sánchez. You know, the people that think that breaking up two families is totally okay for your love story. It's a rare feat to make vintage Versace look like it came from Temu. Shocking. It's fair to say that the internet isn't impressed. Nobody is enjoying this show. It's also just really weird, and it feels like it's just not related to his branding at all, because back in 2023, he's like, I'm done. I'm out. F you all. Inequality was getting to him. Also, he was tired. Like, we understood being tired and burnt out. And up until recently, fashion was just not a world you could buy your way into. Now, Kim Kardashian was able to get into it, but as much as, like...
I have to pause there. She said, up until recently, fashion wasn't a world you could buy your way into. Hello? Yes, it was. What? Yes. Yes, it was. You could always buy your way into, you can buy your way into any industry. I could become a pharmacy tech right now. I could have a company that could rival Pfizer with the right amount of money. What are you talking about? This is how money works. But I'm going to let her continue.
We've got criticisms for her. She was dedicated to the bit. She was dedicated to the fashion, and that won her some points. But the way Lauren sort of got to come in is strange. But I think that we have kind of given Law Roach the brand identity that's attached to Zendaya. Think about it now, he's still referred to as Zendaya's stylist. Everything about Zendaya is class, dignity, humanity, empathy. She oozes it. And I think he kind of got that by association. We just definitely would never see Zendaya rocking up with Lauren Sánchez, no matter how big the wad of cash was. There was this InStyle clip where they had asked celebrities and himself, what would you love a second shot at? To be a billionaire. And it said this in a mutuals comment section.
Okay. So what she said in that second half of what she was talking about was that by association through Zendaya, people have attached her image and everything she stands for with his image and saying that he stands for the same thing. I do think that some people thought that, and I really don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know how. Zendaya, let me go ahead and Google. I feel like Zendaya is 23 and Law Roach is 45. Why you would think they have the same outlook and morals and views on life is beyond me. They are two completely different people. I'm going to look it up. Law Roach age. 47 years old. 47. Zendaya age. Oh, 29. Oh, she's much older than I thought she was. But still, 20 years apart like I thought. She's 29. He's 47. Why did y'all... he is a... I wanted to say a gay man, but I don't think he has come out as gay. I think he's definitely part of the LGBTQIA plus community. And not to say that has anything to do or in juxtaposition of Zendaya being straight, because I do believe that she is also an advocate for the LGBTQIA plus community. But I just think that their outlooks on life, their outlooks on money, their outlooks on culture, their outlooks on what they will and won't do is probably different. He is a 47-year-old man. He is approaching retirement. And it's probably coming up quick on him. Maybe his knees is hurting. Maybe he getting tired of talking. Maybe he need one last big payout before he can call it a quit for real. Because yes, he did quit and retire 3 years ago, 2023. He said he was retiring. He was done with the fashion world. And I think it was all a hoax in order to come back and be bigger, because he ain't never been bigger than now after his retirement. Before Lauren Sánchez, he's never been more talked about. He's never been more relevant than after that retirement. The retirement to me was the PR stunt to get him on the map. He had to come back, because once it got him on the map, now his comeback got to be a comeback story. Okay, get this $1 billion payout then. Get the $1 billion payout. A lot of people are saying like he must just be doing it for the money. He's probably just doing it for money, and you're selling out because you're doing it for money. I don't know what job y'all work at, but it usually is for the money when you go work there. Yes, the people are wrong, but I know a lot of Black people that work for Amazon. And I know a lot of Black people and Spanish people and white people and all cultures of people. I know a lot of people that get the packages, including me. Now, I do not shop very often, and I make it a habit, a really big habit, to support small local business owners. I go to my local hardware store. I go to my local small mom and pop shop. I go to my local farmers market. I am one of those people who almost never buys anything online. But when I do, the rare occasion that I buy something online, once every 3 months, it is unfortunately on Amazon. Unfortunately. And the people who are dropping off my packages, I'm almost certain they do not agree with what ICE or Jeff Bezos is doing, but they have a job. They have a job, and Law Roach has a job. Let's look at this. Let's look at one more. You don't own me. You don't own me.
But I guess Jeff and Lauren Sánchez Bezos own your ass? What in the Gregory Hines rolling around in his grave because this is not the kind of tap dancing he wanted Black people to do is going on? Are you serious? You think you ate with that little fucking hair flip? Making a meme? When people are questioning your goddamn integrity? You think that was an intelligent response? You think you fucking ate? Bitch, you're starving. You're fucking parched.
Oh, I would just would like to pause and say I do not like or agree with her language of her yelling at Law Roach. And I do not think that we should curse when we yell at people. I'm going to let her continue, though.
Sense of integrity, of self-respect. This is absurd. How much money do you need? How much money do any of us need? The fuck is going on? Are you behind your bills? How's Zendaya fucking Zelle you? Cash App, Venmo, Western Union. Write you a goddamn check. Slip you $60 under the table while you guys are having brunch at fucking Pastis in the Meatpacking District. Thoughts and prayers to Zendaya, because she is fucking bobbing and weaving past all this motherfucking nonsense that's going on. To her left, she got fucking MAGA Barbie.
Why she gotta curse so much? I'm trying to get y'all the message, but Lord.
Sidney Sweeney joking about eugenics. And then to the right, she's got you fucking tap dancing for this evil man's wife. We know what the fuck he's about. He supports Trump. He donated his campaign. He doesn't care about his workers. This is the problem. This is what really fucking burns my toast, because people out here want to be like, oh, we want diversity, we want respect, and black people are just as talented. I'm like, a lot of the time, all it is you want to be in the room with motherfuckers who don't fucking like your ass anyway, so you can feel accepted.
All right, I think we got Never Heard message, but again, everybody's bringing Zendaya into it as well. Zendaya is somewhere chilling. Why do y'all keep bringing Zendaya in it with Law Roach? We get it. He was her stylist for a period of time where she really stood out and the looks were amazing. But Zendaya and Law Roach are two completely different people. Zendaya has nothing to do with what Law Roach does in his career as a stylist or who he styles. 1 + 2 does not equal 17. And all y'all is getting 17. It's really mind-boggling to me. How are y'all all getting 17? Zendaya ain't got nothing to do with who he chooses to style. And why are y'all so mad at him getting to the money? Let him get to the money and get out the game. It's not going to hurt us for him to get $1 billion check. I really think, now I could be wrong, he might also give his billion to ICE. But I really think that if they gave him $1 billion to style her, he would turn around and give it to black people who never had a chance. Now, this is based off of other interviews and stuff that I have seen him watch. I do think that he does not agree with Jeff Bezos' so-called political stance. I do think that he does not agree with his political stance. But I also think he does not let that affect his job, which I would like to point out for a majority of people in America, we cannot let the people who work with us, their political affiliation or views affect our work. Because we just got to get the money and clock out. It's not that deep. I feel like everybody is taking this a little too far. Y'all all acting like y'all hate him. He wasn't about to style us or me anyway. He wasn't. So why is everybody so mad? Y'all think that by him styling her, more kids will get kidnapped? I really don't think it was going to make a difference. There are bad people everywhere. And it's unfortunate, but it's the circumstance we have to live in. And if some of us can get some money and pull some more of us out of this nonsense, I really hope that we all can. But I'm gonna listen to one more, and then we're gonna wrap it up, because I want to find one video where somebody feels like I do, where it's like it's his job. It's his job. But let's see one more. I'm trying to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I know to the both of them, this is a sleigh. And we're talking about it as a sleigh because, I see him usually a lot, like in the news for Zendaya, but nobody, But anyways, I'm hoping that they actually are not, they're just walking in at the same time. I'm hoping they're work friends. I'm just not going to believe that Law is styling Amazon Basics because, damn.
All right, his position was that he thinks the picture that was taken is just a picture of them two near each other and not that he is styling her. Obviously, everybody else disagrees.
C'est l'un des scandales dont tout le monde parle durant cette Fashion Week de Paris. Law Roach serait le styliste
I'm not even going to pretend to speak French and know what that man was saying. But, all right, guys, let me know in the comments via YouTube your opinion. Do you think that Law Roach is just doing his job and just getting his paycheck and clocking out? Or do you really think that him styling her as a client means that by association, he is pro Jeff Bezos, his political affiliations, his affiliation with Homeland Security and ICE, and by association, Law Roach is in an ICE uniform kidnapping kids? Let me know, because I really just don't. I'm not connecting all those dots. I'm not connecting all those dots. I think if Law Roach is styling Lauren Sánchez, it is a chess move to get a fat check right now and clock out, but also to be a major part of the Met Gala. And after Amazon is no longer a partner of the Met Museum Met Gala, Law Roach could at least funnel his way in the door to get more Black people, artists, designers, actresses in the door when they are no longer even there. I think he's using her as a stepping stone to get into some doors that he might not be in otherwise. And that has nothing to do with him agreeing with their political views. That's just me. But y'all let me know. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is just me coming back after a long winter break, I feel like. But I will be back next week because we need to talk about Hanifa in the pre-order situation. And just to let you know, I'm on her side. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next week. Don't forget to count your blessings before you count your money. Bye.